Welcome to Golf in the Cosmos, where physics meets the fairway and the universe takes a swing at your mind. I'm Kevin Hammond. It's my brother Andrew Hammond.
Hey, everyone.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. It was nice playing 18 today.
Yeah, we got off at 8:15 was the tee time. Solid.
It's not when we got off, but that's the tee time, yeah.
No, yeah. Still a 5-hour round.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. For Costa Mesa, I will take that as a small win.
Yeah, I mean, it's always over for 45. I don't think I've ever beat that.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be called worth it sometimes.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, for the... And we actually tried... we bought a stimp meter. So we tried to measure the greens. I think we're still figuring out the math. There's going to be a YouTube video coming in the future about that, about stimp, using a stimp.
Yeah.
But I realized I bought a half stimp.
Yeah, it's like this little short guy.
Yeah. So you have to multiply it by 2. So we kept getting 6, that the stimp was a 6.
Yeah, or between a 5 and a 6.
Yeah. Then we realized you had to multiply it by 2 because they were rolling.
Yeah. And I think what sucks is that the practice greens were not the same as the course. So we were rolling the ball, seeing it go down the stimp, and we were getting that 5 to 6. But I'd say on the course, it was an extra 1 or 2.
Yeah. Well, when these practice greens they get so much, pitter patter, people walking on them and stuff.
Yeah, they're just not taken care of, and there's just more people putting.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a bit slower.
Yeah, they were definitely rolling better on the course than the practice green, and it was nice. Greens were good.
Yeah, no, definitely. We played Los Lagos, the par 72. You shot even.
Yep.
So that was very nice.
Yeah. No, it was a solid even round. We were playing a net game, so with my +2, I had to shoot 2 under to beat even on my net.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you ended up 1 over on net. Yeah, I think I saw a 73.
Yeah.
So I mean that.
I shot 10 over 82, and I'm a 9.
Yep.
So that ended up.
Yeah. So 1 over on your net, and you won by a stroke at the end of the day. But yeah, I think solid even round for me. There was 3 under on the front and like 3 over on the back, obviously.
Yeah. You actually 3-putted once, right?
Yeah, 1 3-putt and a couple close calls, but made the comeback.
Right. And I did not 3-putt. So
wow.
Name of my episode 3 here is I didn't 3-putt, and today I didn't 3-putt. So
no.
But it's not like I'm hitting the amount of greens that you're hitting. So my chances of 3-putting are less.
Yeah, just ultimately. A little bit. I mean, only one time I was like, okay, he's on the wrong side of the hole. Can he make this 2-putt? And you ended up doing that. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember the hole later, but
yeah.
It was solid.
I mean, I didn't 3-putt, so
nope.
I'll tell you that.
No.
So and there's also a video coming out about the snake. We did we were at a wedding last weekend in Temecula, and we ran like $100 snake.
Wow.
So and one of our buddies ended up getting 5 of the snakes. I that was my first 3-putt in a long time. I had one in between, but
what's a snake?
The snake's the 3-putt.
Got it.
It's like this game where every time someone 3-putts, you add to the pot. So that ended up being like a $600 pot. And we were really doing it for the video, but we got a lot of good footy. I still need to download some from my buddy's phone, but
nice.
But it'll be a fun one. How the pot goes up, but it's really just him 3-putting. I mean, the clips. I mean, you could see like our close calls, but ultimately,
Yeah, it's usually one guy who's having a bad day.
Yeah, why is that? The one person it always seems to be one guy 3-putting constantly. Yeah. And then everyone else is like scared of it, or
I think when you see someone 3-putting and the pot going up, you go, well, I'm just going to avoid 3-putting. And yeah, you might not make a birdie or a 1-putt, but if you're not 3-putting, you're happy, right?
But why is the person that did do it, they're reeling,
Yeah, they can't course correct because they're on the path of 3-putting all over the place.
Yeah, they're just not seeing those putts, at all.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to like them, whoever is 3-putting the most is not feeling the weight of their putter. They're like not feeling what that ball is doing, and they just continually misjudge, and then they're often far away from the hole on their first putt.
Yeah.
And if they're in the wrong spot, they're going to struggle.
Yeah. I don't know. One tip that I had seen in the past was like holding your putter upside down and then to feel the reverse weight, you know, and like just just feeling the weight and then flipping it back over, you know, to understand at least you can set maybe a baseline.
Yeah. You could get just something different feeling in your hands. Right. I mean, if you're putting 4 times around, it's like pull out a iron, pull out your wedge, putt with anything.
Yeah.
But that club.
Right. It's like at a certain point, when do you just go, I need to get a different feel of something on a putt. Yeah. You know, but it's funny. A lot of things played out today. You know, playing 18 was fun in the sense that you birdied hole 1.
Yep.
And then your drive on hole 2 just went haywire.
Oh man, I lost it. And my excuse was going into the sun. It was early enough in the winter to where
you seem to have an excuse often.
Oh, well, when something goes wrong, it goes back to that like cognitive dissonance where it's like if you don't come up with an excuse, you'll find something to blame. So sometimes it's better to just have a fake excuse that is like might not be real.
Yeah, but that one's a little too real because maybe the sun actually was in your eyes, where I'm just like a rock moved on Mars, and that's why I missed it. You know?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you're right. It might be too real to where I start being like, damn, I'm going into the sun. That means I'm going to bogey this hole.
It got me thinking about like why I wear sunglasses the whole time I play. You know, but they're non-polarized. So, I mean, that is, if you look it up, that is the recommendation for reading greens and seeing things.
Yeah.
Polarization is supposedly messes with depth.
Yeah. Makes sense. It like removes reflections, like planar reflections from the sun off water or off cars while you're driving. But on the greens, it can remove the contrast of what that sun is reflecting, and you can lose some perception with a polarized lens.
Right. I think it's really good for fishing too. Like you see the fish.
Because you can see through the water.
Right.
You're not getting that reflection of the sun off the water.
Yeah, but a lot of pros don't play with sun. I mean, why do you choose to not play with sunglasses?
It's a very specific thing, and it really comes down to when the sun's at a certain angle and it can reflect off the inside of the lens, and you can see a reflection of your eye, and it's like, which is why I, at least when I do play, I have curved lenses, because if you're playing with a flat, like Ray-Ban type of glasses, you get that reflection and you see like your eye, and it's just distracting to me. And I think a lot of the pros probably have a similar thing. It's like it just screws up your like what you're seeing. You're seeing other things. Yeah. And it's like, well, I'd rather just not play with sunglasses.
I see. It's kind of, you just have to decide, does it help you more or hurt you more?
Yeah. I just think it hurts enough to where it's like, I'd rather just raw dog it, you know?
Yeah. But hole 2, if you had them on, I mean, you may have hit that a little better.
But then at the same time, because of the way you stand, like that sun would have been coming into the side of my eyes, and it would still bother me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, it's like, because I visualize the shot so much, when that sun is there, it's really hard to sort of see the shot shape. So it makes it harder for me.
So you would still prefer no glasses?
Yeah.
You're saying, yeah.
I rarely wear sunglasses, only in the middle of summer where it's like you're going to hurt yourself without them. So.
And are those prescription sunglasses?
No,
because you technically wear do you wear contacts when you play?
Yeah, I wear contacts. Used to not, and I swear the second I got contacts, my scores were going lower, and it was just because I could read putts better.
Well, yeah, because then you can see.
Yeah, you can see without distortion, and it was like so annoying playing with glasses. And like I said, when I got contacts, the scores went down, and I could just start reading putts a lot better.
No, I mean that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I know we're a family of 4 brothers, and 2 of you guys wear have always had glasses since we were little.
Oh yeah.
2 of us don't, but it's like if you're gonna try to play a sport that you need to see.
Yeah. No, in college we were doing intramural volleyball, and I was wearing glasses, didn't have contacts, and I just stopped playing with them. I would just play, nothing, and I was better that way because I could still see a ball. I can
right
play. I'm farsighted, so
Yeah, a huge volleyball coming at you.
Yeah,
Like,
it was easier for me to be aware of the court while playing
right.
with no vision
Right.
correction. And it was just hilarious because I'd literally be better that way.
Right. No, so that round that was really interesting because by going 18, we really saw like fatigue play in to some people,
and it was mental and physical. Where
we saw both sides.
Yeah, for me, it felt very physical around hole.
And
after 10,
I rode, you walked.
Yeah, I walked. You rode. And yeah, it was just like the leg. You start feeling this weakness, and my driver was not doing what it was doing on the front. And I was like, okay, I cannot be aggressive with this driver. It's just if it's wide open, hit it. But
Well, and I just love how you still shot even. Right. And we were talking earlier about how beautiful the handicap system is because it made even not good enough.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough to win.
To beat a 9.
Yeah.
You know,
we're playing. You play straight up, and it's like there's barely any people that play Costa Mesa that are that good, and so the handicap allows it to be competitive,
and it allows you to get better. Even though you're the best guy in the group, hands down.
I love the handicap.
It kept you in it till the end. You know,
and sometimes it feels unfair because I'm not playing to my handicap.
But that's the wrong way of looking at it. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely the wrong way, and I've come to think of it like, okay, I'm just trying to beat this handicap score. It's like a ghost player playing right next to me, and it's like, oh, that guy just parred and you just bogeyed. It's like, that's who you're playing against. So it brings in competition internally, but it removes I'm trying to beat you on holes. But I know that if I'm tying you on a bunch of holes, like, that's not good. I need to be beating you to win at the end.
Right.
Because you ended up winning by 1 stroke on the net.
Yeah.
So it was a close game,
right.
But you shot 10 over and I shot even. So it was just because
you needed to shoot.
I needed to shoot one under to tie.
Yeah.
And that's all because I lost 2 strokes. You gained 9.
Yep, I got 9. Yeah.
So it was an 11 stroke differential. And,
right.
But it allowed it to be competitive to the last hole.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I went into the last hole 3. I birdied 17. So somehow I actually almost had my
hole in one.
Yeah, that would have been my 3rd in my life, and I'm 36. So that would have been just a gift, from the cosmos there. But but it just doesn't always. It's always you can get it close, but the ones that go in, it's amazing that I've had 2. But I thought I was, that one was so close that I was like, whoa. And that was blind too.
Yeah, it was right behind the bunker. You couldn't see it.
17 on Los Lagos, so you don't really know till you get up there.
Right.
But I went into the last hole 3 up. Everyone's congratulating me. Well done. I'm like, guys, it is not over. It's not over. And I'm almost talking to myself at that point because they're like acting like it's over, and I'm like, it is. There's water on 18, and so then I internalize it more, and I go, I'm gonna just go 6-iron, like the video we made.
Yep.
That's out on YouTube now. The channeling Thad Daber. We played that same 18th hole with just a 6-iron.
Yep. And
so I just teed off with a 6-iron. I didn't get all of it. Didn't get all the next one, and then for some reason I left that strategy and went 3-wood.
Yeah, that was crazy. When you pulled out 3-wood, I'm like, what are you doing?
Because I kind of thought like maybe I'm getting behind now. Like I forgot that you were stroking, that you lost a stroke on that.
Oh, right.
So that I was actually up 4, not 3.
Yep.
Because if I was only up 3, I was like, I need like kind of to hit a golf shot now. Like, I need to get the ball up there. And and then I pulled into the water.
I know you went in the water you kept talking about.
So then I'm chipping 5 and I have to clear water. Luckily I pull that off. 6 on, 2-putt, 7-8, and then you had a birdie putt.
Yeah, I had a birdie putt, ended up missing.
So you end up getting 3 back on me on the 18th, and I'm like, guys, I told you it wasn't over at all.
Yeah, that proved it to me. I was like, okay, it is.
It's never over. Like I hate when people think that they've already lost.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I shouldn't have quit. And
dude, the beauty of stroke play is that guy could shoot a 15 or maybe a 10. We'll give him a 10. You know,
it can happen.
It can happen. Have you seen the British Open, like that guy, the guy's going into the last hole with the huge lead, and he goes in the water and goes in the water again, and he starts looking at his wife, like smiling, like shaking his head, like, whoa, like,
I'm sorry.
This is not good. Like,
Wow.
Like, dude, it's the meltdown,
My gosh. Well, what's hilarious is I scored the same par 5 with a 6-iron and driver 4-iron wedge off the tee. Like, same exact score, but in the YouTube video, I just used a 6-iron, got a 5. So it's just hilarious.
What? 8, same.
Yeah,
same
we
score.
both got the same score.
Both got the same score, hitting a 6-iron the whole time.
Wow.
And I actually did tee off with the 6-iron this time.
Yeah.
But then I like went I had a hazard.
Yeah.
What's funny is with the 6-iron, you'll never go into a hazard.
No, that's the value.
Like everyone listening, like if you tee off with a 6-iron, you probably won't go in a hazard. And then if you hit 6-iron in the next shot, you probably won't go into a hazard. So it's like, if you do go into a hazard with other clubs, consider
not using those.
Right. It's like at this stage, it kind of puts things in perspective. And like we said, last week, it's like, it kind of shows you that there's many ways to,
skin a cat.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, especially with golf, you get a shot.
There might be more ways to score par than there is to skin a cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, probably. Yeah. I mean, a good example is hole 14. I hit a 2-iron off the tee. It's this dogleg par 5. And I sat there and I was like, I could hit 5-iron or I could try to push a 3-wood close. And I was just making a dumb decision and took the 3-wood and ended up in the right rough and ended up bogeying the hole. Where if I just hit 5-iron, easy par, and then I win the match. So it's like you can always go back and think about those holes where you had a moment of making a decision. Or hole 12, I take driver off the tee instead of a 2-iron to play the shot. And I took I ended up taking a 1-stroke penalty because I tried to be aggressive with the driver.
That's where you hit the net?
Yeah, I hit the net.
But that hole has a net that goes almost to halfway.
Right. And I was just planning to go over it, but pulled it and hit it low. So it was like, oh, shit.
It's just the time. It's just not the hole to...
No, especially right before that, I hit a bad chip. So it was like a little snowball, mental and physical.
That one I noticed. Yeah, that one I noticed because the chip pissed you off so much that you were like gonna make up for it later, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's done.
Yeah.
That already happened.
Yeah. It was a tough little moment there where I went bogey, and I barely made par on the next one, made bogey on the hole after that. So it was like a little unraveling. And that's just what happens to me around hole 11 through 14. It's like the mental and physical fatigue hit.
I don't think you're the only one.
No. I think it's probably pretty common, but most people, like for you, it happened on 9 where you made a high score and you ended up coming back from that. But if it happened hole 12, who knows if you would have been able to like mentally come back.
True. I'm almost grateful. I'm actually very grateful that it happened before the turn, because then when I made the turn, I had the sense of looking back and just going, it doesn't matter, because now I'm on a new 9 where you didn't get that new 9 type of reset.
I went birdie 8 and 9, and so like my reset didn't exist. I had to keep pushing because I'm playing hot, and it was like I can keep birding when the pin allows me to attack, and it just bit me in the butt.
So my round was I was 3 over on all the holes except 9 and 18, and then I was 7 over on hole 9 and hole 18. So that's how that's one way to get to 10 over, right? 7 plus 3 is 10 over.
So
but why is it that the ninth? Why is it the end of my 9s? Have these blow ups.
Yeah.
And I'm going into them honestly really, and for my handicap, I'm going into them really low.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't I close the door on the 9?
Yeah.
I
mean, it's do you feel yourself reaching towards the end? Like you're like, okay, I'm at the end.
Yeah. So one thing that I feel like we worked on a lot was thinking of everything as 9s,
right,
kind of. And so I feel like I've done that well. But now I'm at the point where that's killing me because I have 8 super good holes, and then everything changes going into 9 because I'm like so excited. I'm like, dude, you did it. It's like, it's not over, dude. Like, so how can I prevent myself from thinking from that retrospection? I shouldn't even be thinking about what I'm at.
How can you take it from 9 to 6 to 3 to 1 to one shot at a time? I mean, it's really hard.
But it's like on 8 and 17, I start doing like a real heavy score check. Like, where's everyone at? Where am I at? Oh my God, I'm winning. Okay, let's go. And then I just pull it into the trees. And then I think I have to pull off a miracle, hit another tree. That's what led to the 8. I just hit like 5 trees. And then I end up just, getting it up there eventually.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like the leaderboard check throws you off a little bit.
I'm always kind of checking it,
right?
But on 8 and 17, I'm like checking it in a totally different, with a different part of my brain,
like a finisher, like you're trying to pin the guy in wrestling. Like,
I guess
trying to finish it off.
But at least in wrestling, you don't even have time to think about it too much.
It's just, it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably just maintaining the little leaderboard checks you do throughout the round. Like
I for me right now, like looking back, it would be like, fine, do your leaderboard check, but then on the 9th and 18th hole, hit pick one club less than what you think. Like if you want to go driver, go 3-wood.
Yeah.
Just go, give up on, do not be so confident.
Right.
Like it's too much confidence basically, because it's when I have the lead.
Yep.
Going into those holes that I'm thinking, let's just close this out.
Yeah.
And I'm trying something just so confident.
Well, you're trying to you have the lead, so that gives you the confidence to be like, okay,
to be overconfident.
Yeah. And the overconfidence is just a weakness in reality.
Which we've talked about too. Yeah.
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 So I it's probably a matter of, even if you're on the last hole or the last 2 holes, or even of the last hole of the 9, like just removing yourself a little bit from the fact that you have the lead or you don't. Like for me, I had to birdie 18 to have a chance.
Yeah.
So I attacked with full swing driver, tried to go 4-iron to the green. It didn't work out, but I got a wedge real close.
Yeah.
And I just chose when to be. I was aggressive on every shot, but because my miss was in play, I was allowed to be aggressive because the shot or the pathway to the green, I was like, this is clear, I can go for it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to carry water to get to the green.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like, you just have to know when that aggressive shot is allowed. Like you going 3-wood from 2, you're probably like 250
through a window
with water. No, not 9. 9 you should have punched out.
Yeah, I mean that was ridiculous.
Punched out to the fairway, take your 1-stroke penalty, and you end up with a bogey.
But that was me thinking I was meant to par.
Yeah.
From a spot where I have no business.
Yeah, there was
parring,
no way you were going to get through that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And the real, I mean, that was a train wreck, that hole. But the beauty is how I responded.
Yep.
Going par.
Yeah, the par brought you back.
I went into 18 even on the back. So I mean, it's just pure. The response, is what I'm very proud of. I feel like that's something we've worked on mentally. Was like, dude, when you get an 8, do not let it wreck your day, because
do not get another one.
There's it's just like, don't let it wreck. Like you just keep moving on, because you've worked so. It's like that is just an out. If you can make it an outlier, where you go, that was going to be my worst hole, and then now I can honestly kind of look back today and go, I had 2 bad holes. Really, in my mind, I had 1 bad hole because I went into 18 knowing I was up so much that I went that 6-iron. But then by breaking strategy, and
you
not channeling Thad Daber and going the 3-wood all of a sudden, then hitting in the water, I was like, dude, what are you actually gonna just squander this? Like, it's Gene Van de Velde. He's the one that
blew up.
He blew up. He was up so much in the British Open. I mean, if anyone hasn't seen that YouTube is listening, you have to watch that. It was just unbelievable. The 1999 Open Championship, he was ranked 152 in the world with 1 previous victory on the European Tour.
Wow! And
he nearly achieved at Carnoustie. He nearly achieved the victory, going into the final round. Held a 5-shot lead over Justin Leonard and Craig Perry. He arrived at the 18th tee with a 3-shot lead, needing only a double bogey 6 to become the first Frenchman since 1907 to win a major. He had played error-free for much of the weekend. Birdied the 18th hole in 2 previous rounds of the tournament. He chose driver off the tee.
And he needed a double to win.
Yeah, and if you watch that
6-iron.
If you watch that video, he's like, he goes into the water and then he has a shit lie and goes into the water again, I believe. But that, I mean, once I saw he went driver off the tee, yeah, that would all make sense. Like,
yeah, he did not need that. He thought he could be aggressive for no reason.
Overconfidence.
Yeah, he needed to just take 5-iron.
He's going, let's close this out.
He should have just played for a 6.
Yeah.
But man, he was probably playing so well. He's like, "Why? I've hit my driver perfectly. Why would I even worry?"
But talk about pressure. 72nd hole of the Open, and you're up by, what was he up 3?
But if he was in the zone, then you
crazy.
don't really feel that pressure. But if he
apparently he did.
Yeah, I guess he looked at the leaderboard,
right,
and was like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can double even with the driver." Goes in the water.
Yeah.
Drops it. Okay, I can double even with the fairway shot. Goes in the water.
Right. I mean, it's really an unbelievable video. Gene Vandevelde, the collapse, that he had.
Yeah. I mean, Rory has had some of those where near the end of a tournament he just blows. I think the Masters he did that.
Yeah, but it wasn't on 18.
Right. It wasn't.
This is the winner because of it was on hole 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So it's like
that's brutal.
But yeah, the Master. I mean, Rory's known for having a few of those.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jordan Spieth too.
But the thing with Rory, he comes back years later and is a winner.
He's clearly good.
Gene Vandevelde, goners.
Had no chance ever again.
But after that happens, he's ruined, basically.
Gosh.
He didn't win after that.
Yeah, he's now just a stat.
Right.
Or like a story.
Just a guy that people podcasts talk about,
My gosh, that sucks.
But
yeah. I mean, something about my round that I've been thinking about, not exactly the round today, but in general, is like I was 3 under through 9 holes. What's that next stage where I go 3 under on the back? Because it's often where, other than fatigue being an issue, that mental acuity to be able to birdie holes, I have that all through the front. And maybe it is just fatigue, but ideally it's also something extra to keep scoring.
I mean, I would say it's going into the next 9 like you're going into one, like you just parked.
Yeah.
Like, hi, I just parked, I'm rolling up, and I'm going to now play another. I'm just going to start over. Like, fully start over. Like, it doesn't, like maybe you're going into the back thinking about the past too much.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking the confidence comes in, like going driver on 12.
But even if you're like, oh, I'm hitting this one really well, I'm going to keep doing this. It's like, dude, just start over, because whatever you did from 1 through 9 worked. So basically, anything you took from that is not working.
Yeah. You're so right. Like, it's a reset. Like, I just parked, and then
there's nothing to take from that 9 that's going to help you
right
at that point, because you already just achieved the impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the aggressiveness that I start to get on the back 9s ends up screwing me, because you just take these clubs that aren't needed to shoot a par or birdie.
Yeah. I mean, what you're pulling from is such a small sample size.
Right.
To dictate the decisions you're making on the back. You're acting as if because this happened on the front, I can hit this shot. It's like, dude, just start over from where you were on hole 1, because that's what got you to 3 under.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it got me there because it was just putting myself in good spots.
And you're not really overthinking anything.
No, I'm being conservative, and it's just like the whole game is just as conservative as you can be, and then the ball will fall in the hole. Like,
well, you prove apparently.
Yeah, that's what it felt like on the front. It was like, okay,
you want to recreate that.
Yeah, instead of trying to grab more. It's like,
just funny because you're going 3 under on the front is a position that so many people would love to be in.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you take that and then you use it use it the wrong way. I get it. It makes a lot of sense. Like I see exactly how it can happen. But man, it's like just put that on rewind.
Yeah, just
do that exact same thing
again.
Like don't change anything. Where you're thinking what are you trying to go 6 under on the back?
Pretty much.
That's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to qualify on a Monday qualifier, it's like,
okay, well,
you have to do that. And so I'm just trying to find that piece of the puzzle that's like, okay, to go 3-4 under on the back, it's possible.
But how much can you really build on a 3 under to the point of like, I'm going to push it more? It's like, how about just keep everything even keel?
Right.
Keep the ship going and do the exact same thing. And dude, you'll take a 6 under all day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you're totally right. I think it's that resetting at the 9, because once you finish that 9,
it's not even resetting; it's starting over for you. When you play that good on the front, it's just started over.
Yeah, it started over because that back 9 definitely felt like a continuation.
Totally, and then when it starts to get out of hand, like on 11, when you had a bad chip, you like snapped. I'm going, oh my god, what's?
Because it's building up.
It looks like a different player all of a sudden.
No, it definitely felt like when I chunked that chip, I was like, I did not expect that, and I ended up.
It really like surprised you. Yeah.
And then I screwed up the next putt, left myself with like a tough bogey putt, but then I locked in for that bogey putt and made it. But it was just that chip was still affecting me on that first putt I had.
It affected you for a while, yeah. I mean, but it was because you set so much expectations from the prior 9.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, well, I can definitely continue playing this well. I mean, I was still hitting my wedges well, so what I needed to do was like, how do I put myself at the club that is working? Between 80 and 130 yards, I'm good. So I just needed to, on hole 12 especially, I should have been like, hey, I can hit a wedge really well. I should just put myself there again rather than trying to give myself a shitty chipping lie near the green.
Right. Well, and I think that comes down to just starting over. Yeah. It's like, I mean, you pulled off, you succeeded on that first 9, and then that's put a end to that, chapter. Yep. And then it's like start over and just do it again. Yeah. Instead, you tried to build on it.
Tried to keep going, dig deeper, and it didn't work. Going 3 over on the back, which is just like, so bad when you come 6 shots different. I mean, maybe, I guess not, but it feels like 6 shots different from the front to the back. Yeah, I guess it was.
It reminds me of that like rain bet game, like where you can just keep if you don't press, it's like the rockets going up, and if you don't press end, you can make more money. Yeah. But it's like you could just go a little bit, press end, like bank your profits. Yeah,
bank your 1.5.
and then do it again, bank your profits. Yeah. But dude, if you let it go, sometimes it goes to the moon. It's like like you could make so much money, but it's like you didn't bank your profits. Right. You were trying to go to the moon, and then you end up going over.
I mean, my
3 over instead of 3 under.
Right. What I was attempting out there was that sense of the whole universe in my head, trying to zoom out and then hit the shot. And I definitely felt on the back, it left me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah. 18 really blew me away how long it is and how much you have to kind of remind yourself of these mental tools, that we're trying to like figure out here.
Yeah, they're just like hard to hold on to for 5 hours.
Yeah,
because you lose it just because like there's that physical fatigue of walking and swinging, but then there's that mental fatigue of how long can you hold on to this sensation of floating, like you're in the universe and trying to stay open to possibilities.
Well, that's why I'd say it's about you go to Mars for 3 holes, you go to Jupiter for 3 holes, like you're on a journey around the universe.
That's a cool idea. Yeah.
You got to be like, okay, this planet's has a little more rocky, and like it's just you got to use mental tools to keep yourself, focused, to not focus too much.
Well, you tried to focus on exhaling, right? Like long exhales.
That was crazy. Yeah. So I was listening to Huberman recently, and he really was emphasizing the exhale slows your heart rate.
Right.
It's like if you exhale longer than your inhale, so like a quick inhale, really long exhale. I was doing that before my chips and before my putts, but only for about 3 holes. Then I forgot, and I forgot on 18.
Yeah.
Because I checked the score or something.
Yeah, well, it's easy to forget.
But it was like magic. My heart rate lowered because it's here I have it. It's like a physiological thing on why it lowers. But deliberately extending your exhale slows down your heart rate by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, often referred to as the rest and digest system. It's achieved through a process called respiratory sinus arrhythmia, where a longer exhale sends a signal to your brain to slow your heart, leading to a calming effect. So practicing extended exhales, such as a longer exhale than an inhale, or using a technique like the physiological sigh, so can be used to lower stress and heart rate. So, I mean, that is like a golf hack.
Yep.
Like
and
that
you do that
is a hack.
We do that in yoga all the time. You're in downward dog after you did a long kind of run through some moves, and they go sigh, and you go, and everybody in the room does that, and you just feel this rest.
Yeah, because your heart rate lowered actually.
Yeah, it lowers, and it definitely is effective for putting. It's incredible because you
I would say
that
every
softness.
shot.
Oh, every
Even
shot.
before my drive, I was doing it, and it hit a perfect drive. Like,
wow. It's super effective because it not only slows your heart rate, but it gets you focusing on one thing, which is your exhale.
Yeah, that's what the funny how whether you brought that up. You're like, well, it's cool that you're focusing on something.
Yeah, like you're thinking
other than like a dumb swing thought.
Right.
You know?
Well, my thought is that if you have one thought to think about while you're hitting the ball, that's better than 3.
So if it happens
2.
to be breath work,
yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But if you just got to think about one thing,
yeah,
because you can really only think of, people think they can multitask and whatever. I'm like, I don't think that's true. I think you're just kind of like doing 2 things at once poorly.
Yeah.
But when you think about that one focus point, your brain, it really is good at going to one thing. So if it's an exhale right before you swing, then you're not going to be thinking about all those extra swing thoughts and where you're trying to go, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I talked to you during the round. I couldn't believe it because I remembered that luckily, and I would do that long exhale before the shot, and I literally was keyed in so much better.
Yeah.
To where the putt from off the green got close.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, it's getting close. It's not going. It's not flying by. Like,
right.
Oh my gosh, like.
Yeah, it's like you start to hone in on the important thing, which is somehow your body's really good at naturally putting the ball where it needs to go. When you
lower your heart rate.
Yeah, when you lower your heart rate and focus on one thing.
Yeah.
So super powerful. I think it's a really good tip for that, for any handicap really. But once you get below 14, you can trust your body to do the swing, right? Like I'd say over 14 handicap, you're just struggling out there no matter what.
I don't know, man. I think it all could help. I think it could help any handicap to the point where they're at least more focused on, because I would say the people over 14 maybe are doing the multitask. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you can just get them to focus on one thing,
you're right.
Maybe they're actually going to just hit the ball where they wanted it to.
Yeah. I mean, it could definitely be super helpful for those.
But what we got to realize it's actually, we're saying that if you have a lower heart rate, that golf's better with a lower heart rate, and that's.
Yeah, I used to wear a
kind of like it could be a fact.
I used to wear a Fitbit that would have my heart rate on there at all times, and while I played, and I wouldn't hit a shot unless it was under 105. So I would stand behind the ball, check it, and if it was 112, because I just walked to the tee box or I'm nervous, I'd take some deep breaths, and then it would drop. It would go down 105, and I'm like, okay, or it was 100 maybe. Then I'd be like, now I can hit my shot.
Interesting.
And it was like a magic trick almost, because it's just when you're angry, when you're excited, no matter what it is, your heart rate will go up.
Yeah.
So if you can lower it, you're back in that stasis standard heart rate for walking, and you're good. You can go.
Well, for me, it's like I'm gonna birdie, and it's like my heart rate starts flying up.
Oh my gosh.
So by doing the breath stuff, it helped me get back to like, what's the right thing to do here? Like, let's feel this shot. Let's be, try to be athletic about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the heart rate is just a really easy signal to tell you if you're ready or not.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because the nervous heart rate is different than I just jogged over here heart rate. Because the nerve one, you can control actually. Like you can actually slow it down if you find a way to relax, and exhaling is obviously a parasympathetic way to do that. But when you just ran somewhere, you can't actually slow down your heart rate as quickly as nerves. So it's like the exhale is huge for when you're over a tough par 3 shot.
Because the nerves you can just kill instantly.
You can kill. If you weren't nervous, your heart rate wouldn't be up. So if you can remove the nervousness parasympathetically, then you can actually lower your heart rate because they're directly tied to that.
It's like, and then hit the putt.
Yeah. Then hit the tee shot. It's usually like, tee shots.
I guarantee 99 out of 100 times it's going to be a better putt.
Yeah.
You know,
way better.
Because your heart rate is lower, you're more focused.
Yeah.
You know, you have less chance of kind of just having that open or closed face, like
or like coming out of the shot or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just, you can screw yourself with a high heart rate. Like there's no way out of a high heart rate.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking oh, if I have my adrenaline pumping during my drive, maybe, like, because you see those videos of like Bryson DeChambeau clearing the water, and he gets all hyped up before.
That makes sense for when you're trying to max out speed.
But it's like, dude, he's getting lucky that he hit it perfect too, to a degree.
He practiced a lot to do that.
Right. It's like most people shouldn't be going into any shot amped up.
Yeah.
I mean,
but the adrenaline is real where the ball will go farther. So
yeah, but what's that really going to get you? Like, unless you're driving a green.
The only thing I would say is that you have to take it into account. So it's like, okay, this is gonna go, like your caddy or you inside your head should know that if I'm pumped up on adrenaline because I just bombed a drive and this next shot is whatever, you can actually say, okay, this is going to go 5% deeper.
Yeah, because I'm on adrenaline.
So I don't need the pitching wedge. I only need the gap wedge.
Right. See, I'd much rather do breath work and just never hit a shot on adrenaline. Like, then to me, it's much more predictable. Like the game simplifies itself. You throw in the adrenaline shots and it's like, that's a whole nother factor.
Yeah.
So why not just take that out?
Yeah. At the higher level, it's sometimes you can't remove it. Like the first hole of a tournament.
Yeah.
That first iron shot off the fairway is you're just going to hit it.
I don't know. I would just argue they don't do good enough breath work.
Probably.
Because they could lower it.
They definitely could. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like a little secret that you see some golfers using where usually it's when they're behind the golf ball, visualizing their shot. You'll
see them take like breaths.
Yeah, they'll be breathing if they are cognizant of that.
Yeah. No, so I mean, there was a lot to unpack there. I know that us playing 18, it gave there's
a really good perspective because we played like 5 holes last time. We ran out of time.
Yeah.
And it's like at 5 holes, you're fully energized. You have no loss of energy, but over the 4 to 5 hours of an 18-hole round, your body just gives out.
It reminded us of, you got to stay hydrated, even whether you're on beer or maybe you should have a beer and a water too. I mean, what's funny is you had me and Jackson were you were winning, so we were like, get this guy one beer at the turn, and arguably
it worked.
That worked in our favor.
Totally. I had to carry this thing now. I had to.
Because you're walking,
and then drinking it just gave me the confidence on 12, probably.
It gave you the overconfidence. I love it.
After I hit that shot, I go, I guess it is liquid courage. I go, oh, it sucks.
Yeah. It's just funny that one beer can do that to a score. But I don't know. I mean, we know, especially from the Instagram commenters and stuff, that there's many different takes on which substances can help or hurt your golf game. Ultimately, I would say it's your, where I'm at right now, it's like, what was your heart rate? I don't really care what you're on.
All right, next round we'll track your heart rate. You'll do a golf workout on your Apple Watch, and
yeah, sure.
we'll see what happens.
That would be a good video. Is a little heart beater?
Yeah,
and it's just showing the rate.
Because you've
the whole
seen
time.
that
That'd be
back
really
when
interesting.
Whoop was spending a lot of money, they would get their pros to wear it, and then on the broadcast they would broadcast their heart rate for a putt or a shot.
Yeah, that's right.
And they would just show how high it is.
You would see it like skyrocket. It was like,
well, it was they'd hit it and it would go up,
yeah.
and then as it landed, it'd peak,
Right.
and then once they realized where it would drop.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it was almost like a doctor. If that was just if they were just seated, they would have been like, you put them into the open up the OR, like, because it's like that's your body shouldn't do that, but you're playing this game where,
it's crazy how your body reacts in that way. It has that fight or flight response, and so like
that's probably why people like golf so much, is because it puts you into fight or flight like 18 times.
How about 75 times? You're like, shit.
You hit it.
Thank God.
and that you get like such a high off that.
Yeah. No, that is when you see people in the trees and they hit a good shot out of it, when they're walking to their ball, they have fight or flight on. They're like, oh God. And they see their ball has a decent lie. They're like, okay, we can fight this.
Yeah.
And then they fight it and hit a good shot, and they're like, that was rewarding. That's why I golf. And
then once in a while you see the person take the flight where they pick up they just walk home to their car.
Yeah,
after hole 3 they hit 3 in the water and they go, guys, have a good one, I'm out. It's he flighted.
You know where it happens? The bunker. Some guys in a bunker, and they're in there for 5 shots, and they next thing you see them throw it out, they flew.
Yeah,
they quit.
Dude, I've tried to explain to like real new golfers that they changed the rules that you can take a 2-stroke penalty and take out of the bunker. You can literally take the ball out of the bunker and drop it at any time for a 2-stroke penalty. And that's a professional rule. That's a real rule.
Wow.
At any time you can just take 2 strokes. So if anyone ever takes 2 out, I'm like, hey man, like you should have, consider the rule. Just at least at least consider it. Like,
yeah.
And people don't accept it when I tell them that, and I'm like, no, you're not cheating. You're not giving up. They made a rule that you're allowed to drop next to the bunker and take a 2-stroke penalty.
Can you take an unplayable?
Well, see, that would be an unplayable from a bunker. I think you have to drop in the same area.
So in the same type of area.
I believe. Yeah. So there's a difference. This is like a separate thing to just people that suck at bunkers. Like it's made for that purpose. Like, they were like, we can't have this happen anymore. Because what would happen was people would hit, they'd be trying to play by the rules. And they would hit 25, they'd be on shot like 18 out of the bunker. They can't get it out. It's like, what do they do?
Yep. You have to have an exit.
You can't take I don't believe you can take unplayable and draw the line because you're in a bunker. Mm-hmm. There's something about that. You should look that one up. There's something about like look up. Can you take an unplayable out of a bunker? I'm almost positive you can't, or else this rule wouldn't exist.
Right.
But so then they made the rule. I want to say it was during the 2019 rule changes. There was like a massive amount of rule changes in 2019. But you can do the 2-stroke they made, where you take 2 strokes.
Almost there, yeah. You cannot take an unplayable out of the bunker.
Yep, I knew it. Because it's not, it wouldn't be proper.
So if you declare the ball unplayable in a bunker, you must either drop within the bunker for a 1-stroke penalty or take a new line of play outside the bunker for a 2-stroke penalty.
And that's new. That 2-stroke part is didn't exist before. So
yeah,
exactly.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a good way where, let's say you're plugged in like the face of a bunker and you're like, well, this thing's just gonna come back in the bunker. You could just take your 2-stroke penalty, drop it on the line of the hole probably, and be out of there with 2 strokes rather than getting screwed.
Well, yeah, because if you miss the first, and then if your second does make it out, then it's still better than the drop, right?
Right. But
if your second doesn't make it out, then you should have dropped.
Yeah.
Because now you're in the bunker with a 2-stroke penalty.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. It's rare that you would ever want to do that as a decent bunker player, because even if you're plugged, you get it out of the plug, and then you have a normal bunker shot, and then you can be better off. But yeah, if you're in a bad part of the bunker, and plugged, it's like, hey, just take 2 strokes, get out of there.
Yeah, no, especially if you're, that 15 plus handicap and it's like you don't really aren't, and you're not good at bunker shots.
It's probably
like,
really
and it's
smart.
not your favorite thing to do. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's a smart play, honestly.
Yeah. So it's a good rule to know about that's not that well known, and it's a newer rule,
right.
Relatively newer. But just, 2 strokes, drop outside of it, and move on.
Yep.
You don't have to think that you cheated.
Yeah. That's so true. You just like, guess what? Just take 2 strokes, and if your handicap allows it, like you can.
Yeah, you might still win the hole.
Yeah.
At that point,
win the hole, win the round for sure.
Right. Yeah. So, but it was fun, man. Playing 18 and seeing the different, the ways that different things played out, the fatigue and everything with everyone. I mean, fatigue is such a funny one. I feel like no one talks about that enough.
Yeah, everyone thinks golf is like a game and you can just play it forever.
If you're good at it, you're good at it or something.
Yeah, no,
but it's like you have to almost be in a weird type of shape that's more than just I can run 10 miles.
It has nothing to do with working out and things like that. The golf fatigue is pure time on your feet. Especially when you walk, it's like, guess what? You're standing for I just stood and walked, let's call it 4 miles for 5 hours.
Right.
So who's not going to get fatigued? And it's only the people that play golf every day because your body gets used to whatever you're doing. But you could work out every day, you could run every day, and you still wouldn't be in golf shape because your body's doing the weirdest maneuvers.
Yeah.
And then your mind is making decisions at every turn. You are dealing with success and adversity. And you're trying to.
So the way calories are getting burnt is really different.
Yeah,
when you're just on a run. It's like you're not, facing adversity.
No, you're not having to make a decision.
Right.
You're just making a decision when to turn around.
Yeah.
But you're not actually saying, okay, I'm going to take my foot here and make this step and then go this direction. It would be cool if races had multiple. You could go anywhere. And then I guess there would just be a quickest way to the final destination.
Yeah.
But let's say you could go multiple paths and they all were the same distance and like.
Well, that's in a race. There's not as many ways to skin the cat.
Yeah.
Where to get the ball in a small hole, there's endless ways.
Yeah, with the way the ball bounces and spins in the air. So
and what club to hit. The
club
you
choice.
Have 14 clubs that could arguably all do it.
Yeah, it's so interesting club choice because the decision between a 6 and a 7 iron really isn't that much different, but where the ball ends up could be massively different.
Yeah.
And so choosing the right one is so important on par 3s and approach shots to where you're actually saying this club could go long, so I'm not going to take it. Or this could go in the bunker, so I'm going to take the extra club even though it brings this other hazard into play.
Right. Right.
The one thing my caddy told me is long left, short right for a right-handed golfer is where the miss is. So if you pull it, it's going to go deeper. Where if you hit a cut or a weak shot to the right, it's going to go short. So your real miss is not like this big circle. It's actually an ellipse that goes from left to right, top to bottom. Because that's really the long left miss and then the short right. So when you're thinking about the green map, you really should see that shape as a right-handed golfer to be like, okay, this is where the ball actually is probably going to end up. It's not going to be short left.
Right.
Like, how could you hit a ball short left unless you chunk it?
Yeah.
It can't go short left.
Right. Because a pole is going to fly. It's
going to shut the face and increase it's going to increase the distance that you hit the ball.
Yeah. Basically decrease loft.
Yeah, decrease loft. Yeah. Turn your 7 into a 6.5 iron. And go deeper, so therefore that misses long left.
I see. So physically, it's like it can only go long left, and if it's going to go right, it can't go long.
It can't really go long right.
Right.
How do you hit it long right?
It's like
a block is the only way it goes long right, but like most people are just pulling it or hitting a cut.
Yeah.
So it when I understood that, you start to see the hazards on a green, and often they're long left and short right. On some par 3s, you'll see. So like 17, the bunker is short right. There's also kind of a bunker on the long left and in the back. So it's like the designers kind of know that as well, but
Right.
you have to know that when you're choosing your club.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's a game of misses, right?
Yeah.
You're not going the exact distance you want to every time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people forget that it's a game of misses.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, and
Oh, yeah.
that's how I feel like high handicappers get into hazards and stuff, because they don't realize, did you plan on the miss? You know, maybe
Oh, yeah.
you didn't plan on missing and you didn't leave yourself an option.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe go up to the tee and kind of plan on a miss.
Well, I
Give
think
yourself like 2 outs.
that's what happens to me on the front nines, is that, or at least today, is that I'm aware of the potential misses and I'm playing to those misses, where when I get to the back starting 3 under, I'm like, I'm not missing today. So therefore that circle gets really small in my head and I think I can do anything.
Like,
And that's what confidence is, I'm assuming, is that it's when you start the round, you have no expectations, and
Right.
that miss circle is huge.
well, that's what I'm getting to, as like, imagine you just park the car.
Yeah.
Because it's like, then you shouldn't have expectations because you just, woke up and
Yeah.
got there.
And everyone knows that excitement at the beginning of a round. Everyone has energy. We're all like, oh, we're about to play golf. How do you recreate that on the back nine when everyone's like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
that was a long front and it's hot? Like,
Yeah.
it just changes.
I mean, I'm pretty much always excited to be out there. Like,
Right.
I'm
that's,
pretty good
that's
at
your superpower, I think.
maybe that is something I'm good at, of one of the things that I might be, that
Yeah.
are maybe give me a slight advantage.
That's what you're natural at, for sure.
Just staying in the moment of like, well, this is great. We're out here. Like, it doesn't really matter if I'm an hour 8
Yeah.
of it, I'm
Yeah,
like,
you can
this is
play
sweet,
36 holes and your
Yeah.
36th, 35th hole is like your second.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Because we've done that. Yeah. Yeah.
And by the time I get to hole 30, I'm like, okay.
But for me, it's basically, if I get dehydrated
Yeah.
during hole 30 or hole
then your
25,
brain isn't working.
then my brain isn't connecting the neurons anymore.
Yeah,
So-
we talked about the neurons, how electrolytes, like, I don't know what the science is, but the electrolytes actually allow your neurons to fire. And so
Yeah.
if you're running out of electrolytes, like, your brain isn't functioning at that high level.
Yeah,
So
because
you
even if
need
I'm
those.
drinking beers and stuff, but if as long as I throw in waters,
Yeah.
and I'm just, at least I'm keeping the neurons, well oiled.
Yep. I think I needed
Then
some
I
caffeine.
could play 36 holes and be super stoked.
Yeah, I should have had
know.
you get me a coffee at 9 as well.
Yeah, that could have helped, because then, well, that's also what you do in the morning too. So it's like,
Yeah.
it may have made you think that
I was
you're
drinking a coffee for the first 4 holes.
Yeah, keep it going. Just
Like-
redo the front. Like, that's
Yeah.
what we got to realize, is like, just redo the front 9.
Mhm.
It's, when you shoot 3 under like that, it's like, forget everything and then restart from
Yeah.
scratch.
Yep.
Start from scratch more.
Yeah,
You know,
I like that.
because I don't know. I mean, it's just too crazy that you do that. You're, like I said, you're holding on to something that so many people would love to have.
Right.
So all you got to do is crack the code to the second 9.
That's where I'm at right now. For sure.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, because if I
You know.
had shot 2 under on the back, that puts me at 5 under total, and then I'm beating my handicap by 3 strokes.
Well, it's getting your game to where you kind of need to be.
Yeah,
But you proved it on the front that you could go that
it's
low.
there.
Oh,
It's totally
yeah.
there, and it's just through 18 holes, 36 holes, and then 72 at the end of the day. How do I continue it through there? So I'm a long ways away from 72 holes of mental focus.
But the 18 per day,
yeah.
that's just connecting the first 2 dots.
Yeah. But I mean,
You
then
know.
man.
And we've
when you-
always known this. You've had some great 9-hole scores.
Oh, yeah.
Like 9-hole scores that people would kill for.
Right.
Like 9-hole scores that I've never even been close to, like 31s,
Yeah.
32s,
Yeah, low 30s, and they can happen on 9. They rarely happen in the middle holes, like together. You usually see it on a 9, the front or the back.
Right. Well, which is interesting, but maybe it's kind of what we're getting at is that connection of the 2 9s of doing it again.
Yeah.
How do you just do 2 in a row? Why can't you? There's no mathematical reason why you can't have 2 32s in a row.
Yeah.
Realistically. But as we just explained, there's a lot of reasons actually that come into play.
Yeah.
Fatigue, like, high confidence, expectations. You're now using that to to fuel the wrong mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that focusing on one thing throughout the whole round can be quite difficult, as you found it hard to think about your exhale for more than 4 or 5 holes. And I mentioned to you how that exhaling effect loses its novelty, and you lose that sense of, wow, this is working. And everyone has had that swing thought. It's like, oh my gosh, if I just do this with my arm, every shot is good, but it loses that novelty over time.
Right.
And you kind of need to come up with a new swing thought to energize you.
Right.
So like that loss of novelty happens with any thought, any experience you have out there.
Yeah.
And it's hard to hold on to.
For sure. So we've been getting a lot of commenters online about Rob James' record, 851 holes played in 24 hours in Victoria, Canada, at Victoria Golf Course. I'm sorry, in Edmonton, Canada, on Victoria Golf Course. A lot of people are starting to doubt that record. I believe it was in 2004. So we're trying to, if anyone listening is from Edmonton or has played Victoria Golf Course, we'd love to get you on the pod to chat about that course. We want to learn a little more about that course because, I went into it thinking I trust the Guinness Book of World Records. Like, of course it happened. But, now the way that our audience has responded, they're starting to doubt, could you play that many rounds?
Yeah.
It's a hole every 1.9 minutes for 24 hours?
No, so this calculation I just did it was 584 holes, right?
It was 851.
Sorry, 851 holes.
Yes.
You divide that by 18. That gets you 47.2 rounds.
47 rounds.
In 24 hours.
Yeah.
Let's divide that by 24 to see how many you have to play an hour.
How many rounds?
Yeah, and that's almost 2 rounds an hour.
That's crazy.
So,
and I have the scorecard up here. It's 6,000 yards. And you brought up a good point. Maybe they're playing from like the women's tees, because then it's like you still did play the course. But still, I mean, it is a par 71. So, I mean, the first hole's, 339, 324, 195. So, I mean, these are holes that...
Could you play a round of golf in 30 minutes? Unless it was on a simulator.
So, if someone was driving my golf cart and so if I wasn't driving, like you were my driver, and obviously if I could shoot really good scores too, and you just drop me off at every hole, maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of commenters that brought up how it is possible too.
Right.
Yeah. But
I mean, to think, okay, a round in 30 minutes, right? That means let's say 72 shots. That's 72 shots in 30 minutes. So what is that? 36 divided by 30. That's 1.2 shots a minute. Sorry. I think that's 1.2 minutes. Shit, I messed that up.
That's fine. Let's do it again. You're good. But you're talking about, 1.9 rounds an hour. But you're assuming that it's shooting 72, which is fine, for mathematical purposes. But I mean, that's a lot of holes in 24 hours. I mean, yeah, right. You could but someone did point out like how it is possible. Like if you're going fast and you're just, hitting every shot right away, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. I mean, let's say you could hit a shot every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Probably shorter than, let's say every 30 seconds you're hitting a shot. That's 24 hours times 60. That's 1,440 minutes in a day. Sorry. Yeah, in a day.
Okay. And
then divided by 60 again gives us 24. Whoops, I meant to multiply that. 86,000 seconds in a day.
Okay.
And then to hit, let's say he averaged 72 shots per round, and he said it was 42 rounds.
Yeah.
So remember 86,000.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I need paper. 86. What was I trying to do? How many shots you can hit in a day? even at a simulator.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like how you have 24 hours, and if it's a shot per minute, that's 60. So he has to hit more than one shot a minute, right? I mean,
yeah. So this divided by, what was that? 86,000.
Yeah.
86,000 divided by 3,384, 86.
I mean, realistically, as you do that, I mean, the jury is out still on, did this, part of me is like, did Rob James, take the guy from Guinness out to dinner the night before, and did they, was there some sort of funny business going on? The internet wasn't as popular in 2004.
Right.
We didn't have the internet sleuths that we have today. So maybe it's time to start to take a look at this record, to play over 40 rounds in one day.
Yep.
In Canada in June 2004 starts to, you can break it down however you want, right? I mean, you could go crazy on breaking it all down, but it's like, did it happen or did it not happen? I want to talk to someone that knows Rob James. I want to talk to Rob James, or I want to talk to someone who at least knows that course.
Yeah.
And also the person who made the comment was, the course is super crowded, so they would have had to close. And he's like, no way they closed it that day. And also, like, Canada is not a place that just closes public courses for people. That's kind of what this guy was kind of getting at.
Yeah, he would have had to hit a shot every 25 seconds, which you can imagine is possible.
Well, a putt you definitely could.
A putt, totally.
But there's time of this backswing. There's time of the ball rolling that you got to account for.
In the air, yeah. So, does the ball finish?
But then how do you get there in a cart?
While it's flying, you run it. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, this is starting to sound more and more like,
a myth.
I mean, unless that day the guy was like, I'm going to put the tee boxes on the green. So now you're teeing off from the green and you technically played a hole.
Yeah.
Like, there must be some funny business that happened to have this, for this to be a world record,
Yeah.
I mean, that is fast golf, and like for 24 hours straight.
That's the struggle. The thing I struggle with is like, okay, you're telling me someone hit a shot every 25 seconds for 24 hours straight at a real golf course, not on a simulator. Like, it just seems kind of crazy. Now, put them on a simulator, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So that we'll see where this goes. But there's been, we're in contact with some people, that live in Edmonton, know this course. So more to come on this, guys. I mean, there's a lot more on this record that we could blow open potentially, and at least I'm just curious, like, I just want some more information on this, and I'm, when we talked about that record, I kind of just accepted it, but now that's the one that I'm starting to wonder, is there more to that story?
Yeah, there's got to be.
And we're going to figure it out, on this podcast. So,
and then we're going to find if that's not the real record, we're going to find out what it is.
Well, the 421, I think it was, for the walking record. That guy walked 421. That's much more believable.
421 holes.
I think it's something like that. It's like 420. I need to look it up for sure. But yeah, and it was a walking record. That one seems to be more attested on the internet as far as Guinness Book of World Records and stuff. But the cart one is interesting.
I mean, if the 440 one is correct and, figured out to be real on walking, then I could totally see a cart going faster than that.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, 24 hours is a long time at the end of the day. If you actually go straight from, 6 to 6 the next day, I mean, so it's very possible. I mean, like I said, we just want to find out if that 851 is possible, but guys, check out golfinthecosmos.com. We're wearing our shirts today, the Spaceman shirts. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. You can see Andrew's a bit. But yeah, we got the little spaceman golfing on the moon there. So these are the shirts.
With the red, green, and yellow light.
Yeah, with the red, green, yellow light. They're pretty sick. Golfinthecosmos.com. That's where you can support the mission to lower our handicaps through the cosmos. So just wanted to give a quick shout out to the merch. We sported it today a little bit, and people are getting excited about it. People want to wear the Cosmos, and the hats are coming in, and it's all.
I think it's a great mission. It's like we're all trying to lower handicaps, and sometimes you got to just blame the Cosmos.
We got to find a way to do it.
Yeah, and I think we continue to talk about like real things we can do, like resetting at 9, like you just got out of the car. But it comes down to, what's the one step above that.
Right. No, I don't think we've even touched the surface of how mental this game is.
Yep.
I argued in episode 1 that it might be 50-50 physical mental. Now I'm starting to think it's even more, getting closer to like that 90% mental, like, because it's just, if you just, believe in yourself, like you might be able to pull it. Like, it's almost like a miracle when you see someone play well, and it's like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
And I've seen it so many times. It's like, that was almost like I witnessed a miracle.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, they were keyed in up here.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh,
So, I mean, there's a lot to explore there, So speaking of that, there was a new documentary that came out. I actually only listened to a podcast about it, but the Age of Disclosure. It's about the government officials. This is by Dan Farah. It is about, do you think that there has been, basically it's getting at, did aliens land here, and has the government been covering it up?
Sure.
And I feel like for our podcast, when this relates heavily to golf, because it's like, did the aliens play golf too? No, but it does kind of start to, it gets to that opening up the ideas of what's out there. And the cosmos are so big that, I've heard so many arguments on either side, but that the universe is so big out there that the odds of there not being other life is almost, impossible.
Exactly. Yeah. The odds of no alien life in the universe is so, the fact that there's a little probability means that there's actually a very high chance that it does exist. Like,
right.
There's no.
But did they? The hard part is gets at, they landed on the Earth in the last 80 years, and that one's hard for me, because it's like, we humans have been here for a while, and it's like, why did it happen during us and our parents and our grandparents' lifetime or whatever? Like, how in the hell does that happen during our lifetime, that crafts land here, and then the government covers it up? I mean,
that's where you start getting into simulation theory of like, oh, we're just in a freaking simulation, and we're just living in the most intense time of the world.
But why would the video game get that? Why would that happen during this time of it? Like, it just seems like we're too lucky for that to happen to me. But this, it's crazy. But I haven't watched it yet. You have to rent it, unfortunately. It's not like it's free, or it's not streaming for free.
What's the IMDb rating on it?
Oh God, good question. I don't even know if it's gotten there yet. But the fact is, he has government officials that speak and say that there's a cover up. But part of me is like, maybe it's just other countries' crafts that they're calling like, the word alien can mean a lot of things.
Well, also the word UFO is also misunderstood to think it means alien spaceship, but it's unidentified flying object.
Well, right.
It's any object in the air that is unidentifiable.
Yeah, and they've actually updated that name, of of UFO, but same idea. They're trying, it's an object that could be, right. It's unidentifiable. It's something else.
It's just something you don't know that's flying.
Yeah.
But the fact that we use that word to mean spaceship,
right,
is just because that's what you would expect to be unidentifiable.
Yeah.
But it could, like the balloon, I think it was the Chinese balloon, weather balloon or something.
Yeah.
That was flying over something. People didn't know what it was, and assumed it was some alien thing, but then we figured it out. So it's really most things that are flying.
But there's guys in this documentary that say they've seen like a being, a non-human being.
Wow.
Like, and they're saying that, but it's like, how?
Where's the evidence? Yeah, it's hidden.
And that's what the critics really say is like, you watch the whole movie, but then there's still no evidence.
Yeah.
Like with all of the great video cameras today, in the last few years, it's like, where is any type of evidence of that?
Yeah. There's no way aliens have visited Earth.
Dude, honestly, a lot of people would potentially disagree, but I don't know. It more gets to me. I like the conversation because it's like it can start to get you to think like a little more about like, well, what if? And then it's also like, well, what if I could shoot par? So it's like,
Sometimes that feels so alien. I mean, for me to shoot even par today, it felt very standard. But for you to shoot even par today or tomorrow would be like you're on a different planet.
Right. And that's how you should think about 10 under for you. Because it's like, dude, you basically, if you just went 3 under on the back, you were 6 under, then you just get lucky and you're at 10.
But it's like, why is that planet so hard to find?
But why is there a short list of guys that shot 59?
Yeah.
How the hell did they do that?
Well,
it happened. I mean,
it happens, and one guy.
They're not that much different than you and me.
No.
To shoot those 59s.
I mean, man, when you're feeling it with the putter, you feel like you can shoot a 50 something, or a low 60s or in the 60s, and that seems to be the magic, because once you're hitting the ball well, it's like that's just starts working. Oh man,
the putter's the final.
The putter is what score. The wedges and putters are where you should spend 90% of your practice time.
Right.
Because it takes you from being like, oh, I'm 100 yards out, 80 yards out, and I don't know where this ball is going, to, wow, this is going within 20 feet of the hole, and then now your putter goes to work. Right.
Exactly. No, so I also had a guy tell me recently that we've explored, and this is almost arguable. He said we've explored more of space, and maybe he means close space, but we've explored more of space than the oceans.
Oh yeah,
and when I looked it up, it actually is kind of arguable. There a lot of places are like, no, we know more of the oceans, kind of, but apparently 95% of the oceans are basically unexplored because it's very dark under there.
Yeah.
Space actually has more like light, if you will. That's one argument.
It's less dense, so you can shoot things in it.
You can see it.
You can see right through space where water, because there's that density. You can't actually shoot any cameras or things down there.
Right.
That makes sense, where it's really deep in the ocean. I mean, if they're talking volume of the ocean,
there's 11,000 active satellites in orbit.
Wow. Most people, the fact that we can't see them is crazy.
I mean, I think you probably, if you're like, we have so much light pollution here, but if you were out in the mountains, you could probably maybe pinpoint like a little blinking light or something.
They're just tiny though.
Yeah.
Compared to how far away they are.
Right. Compared to a star we see that's a ball of fire.
That's
giant, super far,
but
though.
It's many light years away.
Yeah.
It is crazy that because the satellites don't emit light, that's why we don't see them really.
Maybe, yeah.
And there's only, 11,000?
I guess so. There are over 11,000 active satellites in orbit. There's probably a bunch of junk ones, too. But.
Yeah, I mean, but 11,000 across the whole atmosphere is really small.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 0.000 something percent.
SpaceX Starlink makes up 7,400 of them.
Wow. Yeah, that's why Starlink internet is probably the future of how we get our internet, rather than these cables going everywhere. We'll just get it through satellite.
Right.
Because there'll be enough of them to support the bandwidth or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, it's actually not as many as I thought.
Yeah.
But it's funny, in 50 years, that's going to be...
Dude, it's going to be 100 and it's probably going to be a million.
Right. There's going to be so many because it's like, why not?
But how do they not hit each other? It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's that much space out there.
Yeah. I think you just have to fly them at different,
altitudes.
Right.
And, well, what I think is crazy is how predictable space flight is. Yes, it's rocket science, but like the predictability of objects moving in space, because there's no gravity or very little, you can project that, the projectile very accurately, which is why they can do these automated plane flights or rocket flights out in space and launch these satellites because they see the pathway, and it's like, this is going on this pathway no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it's so predictable.
Right. And that's why the optimal launch angle on the moon, if you were going to hit a golf ball, is 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
Because there's no wind. There's no atmosphere. So it's like you want a club that launches at 45 degrees, and then you can hit it like 2 miles or something.
Yeah.
Like there's things that it's like they show like a pro's drive or something. They're like, if they were able to hit that on the moon, it would go like for 20 miles or something.
Yeah.
But it's just not possible to swing that fast because you're not,
yeah,
you're floating out there.
Yeah. The way to prove that,
it's like trying to swing in the pool.
Yeah.
How much swing speed could I really get in the pool?
God, unless you're,
it's too hard to go to get 100 miles an hour swing speed.
Yeah, no, there's not. In physics class, you do these really Newton's third law experiments where you're just trying to figure out how far a ball will go when you shoot it at this angle, and you can do the calculation and you find that 45 degrees is optimal because it has an equal x velocity and y velocity, so it goes up and to the right as fast as possible in both directions. And so you create this, it's like a quadratic equation that the launch angle of the ball or bullet will go its farthest at that 45 degree angle. And it's just, you can do the math and prove it to yourself that, if you go at 20 degrees, it literally hits the ground earlier. Yeah. You go higher and it falls short of that 45 degree.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's like a super simple.
Interesting, yeah.
And it just has to do with, obviously, gravity.
And that's in a vacuum.
Yeah, that's in a vacuum.
It's an equation.
Yeah,
in a vacuum, right?
There's always in high school physics, there's always a caveat, which is there's no friction, there's no wind, it's just gravity and this like bullet that has no air friction. So there's you remove those very low degree.
Then all the math works.
Yeah, the math works perfectly, and you run the experiment in a lab or in class.
Right.
And it like is within a certain error because you're not at a high scale.
Yeah.
So it's super fun to do the theory, and then you do the experiment, and it turns out exactly the way it is.
Oh wow. Yeah. But then on Earth, the golf, the driver, the ideal is like 12 to 15%.
Yeah.
Is the ideal launch angle for maximum distance.
Yeah.
Because of all the other factors.
Yeah.
Right?
Ping published this thing. It's like this chart where it has like for your swing and club speed, what's the optimal launch angle with spin rate on the other axis. So it has launch angle and spin rate, and then
that's cool.
The other dimension is swing speed. And so like they tell you with this swing speed and this spin rate, you need this launch angle to get the max distance.
I see.
It's a really cool chart. I wish we had it pulled up, but it's just like a very cool way to see it.
Right, because they all are relative a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty much the club head, the ball speed, and the spin rate, and then the launch angle are all you really need to calculate how far the ball is going to go.
Got it. Well, I have a stat. The World Golf Awards, someone told me about this. World Golf Awards, the world's best 9-hole golf course for 2025 was the Ranch at Laguna Beach golf course, which is in the United States in Laguna Beach. That won for the world.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and I played it years ago, but it's the location, you can't beat it.
Right.
There's so many things about it that's cool. There's a great hotel there. And again, that's only 9-hole. Like it's rating purely a 9-hole course, and it's not a par 3 course. There's par 4s.
Wow.
But that, those just came out, I think, the World Golf Awards. So check that out. A lot of awards went to We'll talk more about it next episode. A lot of these awards, but a lot of them went to Portugal. A lot of these like awards, best newest golf course and
so
stuff.
Maybe it's growing
best
out
clubhouse, Portugal. Best panoramic clubhouse was in Portugal. Like,
wow.
That's what stood out to me on this list. World's best golf destination, Portugal. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
What part of Portugal?
I mean,
Lisbon, probably.
I don't know. No, I bet it's like the south side or something. But whatever, I didn't look into it enough, but the fact is, it's like, we got to go back there.
Yeah.
I know we went there for a bachelor party.
For surfing.
Yeah, we went there for surfing, but we drove by a golf course.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, that looks cool. But I had no idea how much they are getting on the map.
Wow.
For golf recently. So
damn. So that's great, because it kind of proves that when you have a California type of weather and coastline, you just can build great golf courses.
Right, and it's just it's kind of untapped.
Yeah.
So that's, more to come on that, but that's the one thing that stood out to me on those awards was, how many awards Portugal won as far as golf. I never thought of it that much for golf. So
yeah.
So more to come on that. But guys, check out golfinthecosmos.com. Get your Spaceman shirts, get your hats, get everything. Check out our YouTube, Golf in the Cosmos, on YouTube, on Instagram. Check it all out. Give us a follow. Make sure, if you are listening to this still, you better be following us on Spotify. We need those follows. And then jump over to YouTube and subscribe to that too. And we got more videos coming. We're going to have a few more. That snake videos coming soon. We got the stimp meter one coming. Yeah, man. Have a great holiday, man.
Dude, yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was great chatting.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. Peace, everyone.